Hello everyone. So today we are going to start with Flutter development setup with VS Code. So why VS Code? VS Code is a lightweight IDE which we use for development of Flutter applications. So let's begin how to install and we'll guide you with your first Flutter application using VS Code. So you can go to Google and search for VS Code download and you can land up on the screen. From here you can see like here is a download for window and which is stable version, and from here you can see you can download it for mac os and linux also. So as soon as you click on download, it will start downloading. So once you download and install that vs code to your system, you can see this home for VS Code. From where you can see in the left side, there are a couple of options. This Explorer, from where you can explore to your files and folders. Here is the search. If you want to search anything inside this your file and folder, and this is your kind of repository where you can connect your application with GitHub or any source version control system. And here you can have that run and debug option. And so we need to go to this extension part, and from an extension part just search for your dart and flutter plugin. uh, Although I have already installed it, you can see from here you can install and uninstall. So just install these two plugins, and that's all we have done for setup of flutter application with vs code. Now move back to your explorer. So I have already created a folder for tutorial from where we can start creating our application for Flutter, which can be SRC for our application, where all source code reside. So next step is go to terminal and open a new terminal. So here just write a command flutter version. This is just to ensure like you have all set up for Flutter or not. So although I have already installed at Flutter SDK 3.30, which is the latest one, but if you don't have, the just write the command Flutter Doctor. This will guide you to set up all your Flutter SDK and uh, Android SDK and emulators. So once you hit this command, you can see it's checking for all that requirement for Flutter. See, so I have Flutter SDK and Chrome, Android Studio, VS Code, connected device 3 available, and HTTP host availability. So I'm not working on any Windows Flutter application, so I'm discarding this part, and which is not necessary for me. So my primary focus is on Android app development and iOS and web. So let's begin. Begin with the first app. So just write Flutter create in your app name. So my new app, you can put any name of your application and just hit enter. So it will create your all necessary file and folders to your this folder which you have selected as a workspace. You can see my new app, and it contains all that Flutter respective modules. You can see Android, iOS, Linux, macOS, test, web, Windows. So all necessary code which are required for your Flutter application is, you can see in this directory. Now you can see here all done, and now let's begin to run this application, especially for Android. So just write letter run. It says like I need to be in that root folder. So root folder is your you can see inside lib all your Flutter code goes inside this lib, and you can also run your code from here as well, uh, from here. So just use clear command to clear your terminal. And as you know, this is your main file from where you can run this application, and you can run your app from here also. Run debug and profile, you can see that got highlighted on your mouse over. So we can use command. To before that, we just need to go to our application, a new app. So once you're there, just write down Flutter emulators. So this will show you a list of all emulators for running application on Android. So you can see Pixel 3 is available, Pixel 3 new. So just to launch, you can see this command, not this command, this one. So write down Flutter emulators launch, and your emulator name, which is Pixel 3 new in my case. So once you run, you will end up with this emulator, which we use for running our application. So just run Flutter, run. So this will run your Flutter application. Now you can see this is your first Flutter demo application. And in next videos, we will going to start with the development of our application, what are widgets and how we use it.